Hi everyone, I hope that you are well. Welcome to the channel, and I've just been watching a interview with Martin Lewis, who is of course a money saving expert. I'm sure you know who he is. Very knowledgeable on things, and always does his best to try and help people. And it moved me to make this video because one of the reasons I set up this channel is to help people who are disabled, to give them, you know, I mean, I'm not an expert in anything like that, but just to give them ideas, just to help people out, disabled, low income people, just to try and give them a hand and to help where I can. And I know I talk a lot about politics on here, but usually it's related to things that I feel passionate about. And so I was listening to Martin, and he was talking about the winter fuel payment, about how he's completely speechless. He has no idea why this has happened. And he has said that, you know, pension credit is one way that a lot of pensioners who will lose the winter fuel payment can get some money back, because obviously they're going to lose about £200 to £300 in the winter, and the pension credit will actually help them get that back, and it'll also help them get other things such as potentially free eye treatment, free dentistry, housing benefits, stuff like that. So he was saying that as far as he sees it, he doesn't think, because it's something like he thinks that even with the government going full on in trying to advertise pension credit, he doesn't think that anywhere near the 800,000 pensioners that are eligible and aren't claiming it, they're not going to get anywhere near that level of people. He says 100,000 perhaps is the absolute best they're going to manage to get onto pension credit, which means you're going to have around 700,000 pensioners who aren't going to be getting pension credit, aren't going to be getting winter fuel payment. And he said that he said that there are many reasons for this. Firstly, there are people who may not want to claim it. They may feel too proud to claim it. There may be people who are suffering from dementia or something like that who simply won't understand how to claim it. There could be people who, don't have access to the internet or don't know how to go about claiming it. And so, he's quite passionate about the fact that he thinks that as many people as possible, as many pensioners as possible, should be claiming pension credit if they can. And so that's kind of moved me to make this video, because again, I've got a very small channel. I realise that it's a very, very, very small channel, and it's it's growing, and I really appreciate everyone who watches and subscribes, because I'm trying to reach people and help people. And what I thought to myself was, even if I can reach a couple of people, a couple of pensioners who aren't getting pension credit but claim it, that could be the difference between them surviving the winter or not. And so I thought, the only thing that I can do from my perspective is to come on here and say to people, look, if you know a pensioner, whether it be family, whether it be the person next door, a friend, if you know someone who is a pensioner, and just ask them, are you getting pension credit? If they're not, and you find out they're eligible, then just please advise them to do it, or do what you can to help them apply for it, because there might be a lot of people out there. I mean, my wife's aunt, my wife's nan, for example, she doesn't have access to the internet. She doesn't know how to use a computer. She can't even speak on the phone without getting confused. So there is no way in the world she'd be able to claim it. So if there's anyone out there who can help a pensioner claim pension credit and help them get this through the winter, then that would be a huge win, because every single person that we manage to get on pension credit that deserves it is going to be a win. And I know that the criteria is very narrow and things like that, but I just think that if we all do this, if you share this video, if you talk about this to other people and say to them, look, are your relatives on pension credit? You've got to try and help them get onto it. That's the way you can try and get things moving, because I don't think the government's going to be overly advertising this, because they don't want to be spending so much money. But I just think that's why my little rant here is about, because I just think if even if one person can apply for pension credit and get it as a result of this video, then I would have done something good, and that's what I want. So if you're watching this and you are a pensioner and you don't know, ask for help. Ask someone if you can help, if they can help you apply for it. If you know a pensioner, ask them. I know it can be difficult, especially if you don't know them personally, but it might be the matter between them surviving the winter or not. So that's my little spiel. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you are all going to keep safe this winter.